What's up, everybody? This is 4th and Long Live for Week 5 of the NFL season. Thank you for joining us as we got another good week of football here, staring us in the face, and we got the Filthy Mouth Gamer in the house.
What's up, sluts?
Big week this week. Just to dress the whole week for you, we got the Giants with their backs up against the wall again.
Fuck 'em.
The season looks dismal at this point for them. Jets are showing life. Big game this week against Cleveland. We had the New England Patriots lose a heartbreaker. You got Buffalo looking pretty damn good this year, I gotta say. You got Kansas City playing good, so you got a lot of good games, a lot of good things going on for this week, and we're gonna break it all down, give you our picks, and all that other good shit on this latest episode of 4th and Long Live.
Can I just tell you right off the bat that I'm bizarrely enjoying watching the Giants crash and burn?
What?
I really am, because
Why?
I think they need this as an organization.
Really?
Because they got too fucking cocky with their drafting ways. You know, they fucking, and it worked for a while. That they draft the best player that's out there, but now it's blowing up in their fucking face. And there needs to be a change in this organization. There needs to be a change at general manager, obviously. There needs to be a fucking change at the coach. But this past game, as much as I want to blame the offensive line, it wasn't the fucking offensive line this time. It was the defense that fucked them. And I love Steve Spagnuolo, and I don't want him to go. I think he's great as a defensive coordinator. I love him. But what I hate is zone defense, and I've always fucking hated it, because in a zone defense, you don't allow your fucking defender who's paid millions of dollars to cover someone. You don't allow him to do that. You let him sit off in the pocket and give them room to throw. Yeah,
I apologize. I said the Patriots lost. I apologize.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Let them cover the man. They're paid for that. Let them get up on the line and jam him in the fucking right in their face. Play smash mouth. We spent a ton of money on this fucking defense, and I don't think we spent it so we could sit off 5, 7, 10 yards and give that much room to receivers. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it just plain and simple. It's like breakdown after breakdown, and it's like no matter what, you could almost guarantee that things are gonna go wrong for the Giants. It's just but today they got a good matchup for them to get their first win. They're playing the San Diego Chargers at home. Well, ex-San Diego Chargers. And shout out to Blake. Shout out to Blake 619. If you guys pay attention today during the game, you're gonna see a flyover, a plane with the messages that are hooked up to the back of the plane, and supposedly it's gonna be about bringing the Chargers back home. You know what? Blake's calling in. I'm gonna take his call real quick. Just want him to explain what you're gonna see today at the Giant game. Blake, what's up, man?
Cam, Mr. Filthy, how you guys doing?
What are you doing? So what exactly is going to happen today that you were explaining about the plane?
So we got the official announcement. The plane will read and pull it up. I think Eli was right. Dean Spano sucks. # fight for SC.
Oh, man, so that's going to be flying over the game today at a certain time?
I think it's flying over right now as we speak.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
I don't know why you guys are ripping the G-Men so much, man. I'm their biggest fan today. I want them to rip the fucking shit out of the Chargers, bro. Fucking Barry Rivers, cripple them, cripple the entire organization.
Yeah, I'm not burying the Giants at all. I mean, I think Filthy, I couldn't switch over because it wouldn't let me add you in with him, but I think Filthy more or less is to the point now where it's like he's highly upset about it and is pissed that they're this bad. They don't protect their quarterback. And just everything has gone terribly wrong for the Giants. Everything they do. So
same thing on the other side. We got a worst owner. We got a bad quarterback who still lives in San Diego. I mean, you have the leader of the franchise still living in San Diego, commuting up to L.A., and he has no heart anymore. He doesn't want to play. And apparently he's playing for his 9 kids. He just wants the money. He doesn't want rings. He doesn't want championships. He just wants to be a fucking loser with a losing organization.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope they go back to San Diego. I really do, man. But I wanted to bring you in so we could let everybody know. Look for that today during the game. Blake, thanks for calling in, brother. What do you think the score is going to be?
I got the G-Man winning 24-14. And Kevin, much better to your mom. Hopefully everything's okay this week, bud.
Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Go fuck yourself.
Thanks, Blake. All right, so Filthy. Blake called in. He explained because I couldn't switch over with him.
Yeah, I just listened to it.
All right, there you go. They're gonna have that flyover with the plane today, basically saying, bring the San Diego Chargers back to San Diego. He's saying the owner still is living there, and a couple of the players and a lot. It's unfortunate that they left San Diego. It really is, because that's the San Diego Chargers. I'm sorry.
I agree, man.
They should not be playing anywhere else but fucking San Diego. And it's a tragedy that they're letting all these fucking teams leave their cities. Like, instead of leaving the city and keeping, look, we gotta maintain the.
The real deal. I'm buying in. Go Bills.
Nice. Who is that? U2 for Doom.
Let me see. I'm gonna tell you.
Donated $2. The Buffalo Bills are real deal. I'm buying in. Go Bulls.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Bills,
there you
Bulls,
go. Yeah,
whatever.
V2 of Doom.
V2 of Doom. Yeah, go Bills. Yep. And listen, the Bills are for fucking real, man. There's no doubt about it. They look really good.
Listen,
we're gonna get to them. Matter of fact, let's get to that real quick. We'll get to the Bills. What do you think the score of today's game is going to be? Giants and San Diego.
Giants
in LA. Sorry.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because I want the fucking Giants to lose, because I want them to fucking lose. They deserve it. I'm gonna pick the Giants to win. I think the Giants will win this game. Well, they have trouble scoring 20 points. You know what? Fuck it. Giants are going to win 24-10.
24-10 Giants. I say.
And now watch them crash and burn 24-10.
I'm saying I'm going to go out on a limb here today, and I like the Giants over the Chargers, but I'm going to pick the Chargers today. I'm just going to go with the underdog. I think the Chargers are going to go in there, and I know the odds are against me, but I think the Chargers are going to go in there and squeak one out. They might be able to squeak one out and make this Giant season even fucking worse than it already is.
I hope you're right.
Because if they lose to the Chargers at home and they're 0-5, if you think you've ever seen a panic mode before, come and check out the papers and news and everything else that will be after this Sunday's game, because the Giants will be just ripped to shreds in the paper and everywhere else that they possibly could if they lose this one. I mean, they're being ripped apart anyway, which they should. But it'll be...
Remember what I said to you at 0-2.
It'll be even worse.
I said, there's going to be a tailspin.
Yeah.
And here it is.
Oh, you saw it coming. All right, so we got that Giants game out of the way. Let's go with the Buffalo Bills game now. And who are they playing this week?
They're playing the Bengals at Cincinnati.
Okay, they're playing Cincinnati Bengals, right?
This is actually, you know what's funny? This is one of my picks for the week, and even they're on the road, but the Bills are the underdog.
Yeah, I'm surprised, man. I'm very surprised.
But the Bills' offense has gone 3 and out on 48% of their drives this season, which is the second worst in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, you're dealing with that. They're going to be without their number one receiver, Jordan Matthews. So that's going to fuck them.
Which does hurt them big time, because he is a big part of this early start,
And then Tyrod Taylor, he's seen success throwing to the tight end position with Charles Clay and throwing to the running back position with LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
But the Bengals, they have the NFL's lowest yards per catch by opposing tight ends and running backs. Now, with all that being said, the stacked the fucking deck is stacked against the Bills in this game.
Yeah, it is.
They're the underdogs.
It is.
I think that the Bills have magic.
Yeah, I think they do too. I really do. I didn't take them serious at first. But once I saw that defense, and they got a pretty damn good defense, man, behind them too.
They do.
You know, that defense is underrated. They have some underrated players in the secondary on that team. Their line is good. The coaching staff is good. They got some really good young coaches on that fucking staff, man. I looked at it the other day. A lot of guys who took notes underneath some really good coaches that they put together over there in Buffalo. And I know we sleep on the Buffalo Bills every year almost. We make fun of them. They're not even a New York team, blah, 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 blah. This Bulls team is real. This Bills team is real. They're going to make some noise. I think they definitely have a shot at the division, and I think at the end of the season you're going to see the Bills and the Patriots battling it out for the number 1 seed in this division, which I know I'm getting ahead of myself with that, but the Patriots do not look like the Patriots from last year. They look.
When was the last time they didn't win the division?
Oh man, it was a long time ago, man.
I couldn't even know. I'd have to.
Well, I know they haven't won consecutive divisions. I know they lost a couple in between there. The Jets have won one, and I remember Miami won one year with Chad Pennington, which was a whole nother fucking joke. But yeah, they've won I think it's 15 out of 17 divisional titles, which is fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but they definitely do look like they lost a step. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the Patriots.
Definitely.
So then I think that's definitely going to leave the door open for a team like Buffalo because, listen, the Jets, they're playing decent. How long are they going to keep that up for? You know what I mean? The Jets. I mean, how long are they really going to keep that going?
Let me ask you a question as a Jet fan. Would you rather them have let's say they have a season that you didn't think they were going to have. Let's say they had an 8-8 season. Would you rather them have a season that was an unexpected good season, or would you rather them have a shit season and get a draft pick?
Well, see, here's the deal now. If you're a Jet fan, you know that when you could have a really bad season and end up with a really good draft pick, you wind up having a pretty damn good season. You maybe go 9-7, make the playoffs, maybe make the wild card round, you get bumped out, and you say to yourself, hey, we put together a pretty good season, and you get fucked out of a quarterback. That's their MO for the last 30 years, the Jets.
Well, but here's the thing, even again.
When a good draft pick is available for the Jets, they never end up in that slot. Because when they're supposed to have a bad season, they have good ones. When they're supposed to have good seasons, they have bad ones.
Right, but they also are notorious for making bad draft picks. You know what I mean?
You know what? In their defense, I don't think it's so much for making bad draft picks because they've made some damn good draft picks over the last decade. If you go look, they've drafted some Hall of Famers.
Dude, there's a great video on YouTube. I guess you would search for Jets draft picks. It's a montage of all their worst draft picks.
I think the problem with the Jets picks is that they just never end up in the right spot. It's always going against the plan. It's like, okay, you plan to be bad this year. You plan to not do that good, so you don't put as much money into the fucking offense or into the defense or whatever it may be. And you kind of sit back, you put a lame duck coach in there. You sit back and you watch it unfold. And it's like, okay, we're waiting for this team to be 0-5 like the Giants, or to be 0-4 like the Giants. We're waiting for this team to do that. But they've rattled off a couple of wins here, and now they're playing Cleveland. And before we get started on that, let's just pick the score of this Buffalo Bills game with the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bills to win. Very low scoring affair, 10-7.
Ooh, that's really low.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fucking shooting gallery between these two. Yeah, okay. I just have a feeling they're going to be putting up some numbers. I think you're going to see something like a 27-21, 27-17, somewhere in there. I want to say the Bills win this, and I think they are going to win it, but I think it's going to be a very close-fought game, and I think the Bengals are going to hang in with them all the way up until the end. But I think the Bills will pull it off, and I hope they do, because I like the fact that the Bills are a pretty good team this year. They deserve it. They've been trying to build that team back up for a long time, and I hope they finally have something over there. Now, let's get started on that Jet game, because that fucking Jet game, They're very lucky this week. After the last 2 previous weeks, they have a really damn good shot to win 3 games in a row. What the fuck is that? Now, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that the Jets would have a winning record and be second in their division and the Giants would be 0-5, I would have fucking laughed at you, okay?
Yeah,
I would have told you you're fucking crazy. I would have told you you got it all upside down. It's supposed to be the other way. But no, it's not like that. We are here in week 5, and we could possibly have the Giants go 0-5 and the Jets start off 3-2. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. So, but they got a good matchup, Cleveland. I think the Jets win today. I really do. I don't see Cleveland beating them. Cleveland's horrible. All year long, all I heard was, oh, the Jets are so bad, but hey, thank God you're not Cleveland. Because Cleveland is just it's just, oof. You go there to die as a football player. If you're drafted by the Cleveland Browns, you say to your agent, well, I'm fucked.
Right.
And your agent thinks, well, I'm going to get you a shit ton of money, but you're never going to win.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think in your lifetime, you will see a Cleveland Browns Super Bowl championship?
Never. You just won't see it. I won't see a Jet one either. So it's okay. Both of these teams playing each other today are just doomed franchises that will never win. So, but
that's why you'll never hear me complain. Really. I mean, I'll get mad at my fucking team. But to complain about my team?
Yeah, that's ludicrous. After the last decade of football coming out of the Giants, nobody has any reason to complain.
No.
Yes, you have a reason to complain. 0-5 start. You say to yourself, come on, have a little fucking respect for your own franchise and your team. Win a couple of games here. You know, you're professionals, for Christ's sake. You're that bad that you're 0-5. You know? Besides that, though, as a Giant fan on the overall look, no, you shouldn't have any complaints at all. But being a Jet fan or a Cleveland Browns fan, I'm sure a lot of them can relate with each other. These two teams are just fucked. They'll never win. But today, we'll break it down this game. I think the Jets win this game. I think they win it easily, too. I think they build up a lead, 14-0. They coast into the second half, take it into the fourth quarter with maybe like a 17-3, 17-10, 17-7. Anywhere in there, I think the Jets win by that score. What do you think?
Well, listen, the Browns like to blitz a lot, and fucking Josh McCown this year, he's completed 75% of his passes against the blitz. Mm. So, dude, I agree with you. I think the Jets are going to win again. They're going to win again. I don't know. Well, listen, I should just throw numbers out. What does it really matter? I don't get fucking money in the game.
We have a donation.
And we got a $2 donation from my man, Mr. ADTR.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yes, ADTR, you don't know how fucking funny that is. Last night at the Filthy Mouth Gamers surprise party, guys.
Surprise party. I was surprised, and I got fucked up, too.
We had talked about that, and we said that the whole Kyle Kaepernick thing, obviously he's being shunned in the NFL. He's a good enough quarterback to still be playing. There's quarterbacks who are playing right now on teams that are not as good as him. Okay? So the bottom line is he should be playing right now, and he should be a Jet, to be honest with you. It would have been the best matchup for him. It would have been the best suited, transaction for him. It would have just been good. It would have been a fresh new start for him on a new team, and I think he would have done fucking awesome here in New York, even after the whole kneeling incident, because now it's not just about Kyle Kaepernick. It's about all of it now. It doesn't just involve him anymore. So kind of the heat is off of him a little bit, so to say. So I think he could have came here to New York. I think he would have did a damn good job on the Jets. I think the Jets are stupid to not look at him. They love this quarterback they have now. He's not a bad quarterback, but listen, come on. He's not better than Kyle Kaepernick. There's fucking no way you can tell me he's better than Kyle Kaepernick. But the bottom line is Kyle's sitting at home, or whatever his fucking name is sitting at home. Colin's sitting at home doing dick. He's twiddling his thumbs right now. So
he is, yeah.
And that's for a reason, you know.
Probably gonna get his dick sucked.
He got shunned, to be honest with you. He got fucking.
No, he did.
He got shunned, and it was because of all the shit that he did. And it's just like it is what it is, But yeah, he should be a Jet.
By the way, I saw before in the chat that the flyover of that banner was canceled because of bad weather.
Wait, what?
You know the flyover of that banner with the Chargers game, the Chargers-Giants game? How they were going to fly over with the banner that says some shit? It was canceled.
Really?
Yeah, because it's fucked up weather in Jersey or New York, whatever the fuck you want to consider it, today. So, you're not going to get to see a plane smash into the fucking 50-yard line at MetLife Stadium.
Shit, man. I just love how people fucking
look at you, young Republican calling Kaepernick a racist cunt. Like, go fuck yourself. Like,
oh god.
And it's like, listen, whatever you. I mean, listen, you can feel whatever the fuck you feel, but that all started not based on racism. That all started based on he thought that there was some fucking shit going down in his country that should change, and he did something. So he felt the consequences. What else do you want the guy to do?
Yeah.
Now go fucking snort meth. All right? Go snort meth. Go suck another dude's dick for groceries. Do whatever you like to do over there in fucking Texas. All right?
Oh my god, man. Did we give our yeah, well, all right, you gave your number for that team.
I never gave the score. I was going to say Jets win 2017.
2017?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's move on to the next game. We're going to go with the Jaguars and the Steelers.
Fucking Jags, huh?
The Jags, man. They might be real deal as well, this fucking team. Huh?
The great thing about football is that every year you never know who's just gonna, out of nowhere, rise up.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you definitely gotta love football. That is, and it's like that in baseball too a little bit. Like a team gets good and they're good for a couple of years. They're in the mix. You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing with football. A team gets good. That Tampa Bay and New England game. What was that, Thursday?
Yes.
They barely squeaked that out, right?
Yeah.
And they've lost a couple of games this year here and there, man. It's like they definitely don't look like the Patriots of old, man. I'm telling you, they don't look like the Patriots of last year. It's crazy. But it's I think the Jaguars are a real deal. I think they're a good young team. They got a good fucking they got a good defense. You know what I mean? It's something to build on. They're going to be good for a while, this team. They got young guys on there. I think this week they're riding on a high still. They're going up against a good opponent. The Steelers you can never count out. You can never count the Steelers out. You got Ben Roethlisberger behind the helm. They can rattle off fucking 40 points out of nowhere, the Steelers.
Kaepernick opted out of his contract with the 49ers, so he could still be on a team if he hadn't done that. He's also overrated. He was only good with Harbaugh as coach.
Oh, well, that's true. That is very true, man. Shout out to you, Abel Salas Jr. with the $5 donation. You're right about that. You definitely are. He was a little bit overrated. You're definitely right about that. He only was really good when Harbaugh was there. You're right about that. He did opt out of his contract. You're right about that. But he thought he was definitely getting signed by another team. But what he didn't realize was they all are going to fucking shun your ass. They don't even want you back. And he thought to himself, well, I mean, they're not going to take a better, a worse quarterback just to spite themselves. Well, yeah, they did, asshole. They did. They'll take a worse quarterback on a team to not have you on it. So you're sitting at home twiddling your fucking thumbs, and it's all his own fault, man. You want to take a stand, whether you believe in the stand that this guy took or not, that's not the fact. The fact is, there's repercussions when you take a stand, when you open your mouth, when you do something. There's repercussions for it. And Kaepernick is feeling those repercussions right now because he's a good quarterback. He's not great. No. He's a good quarterback that should be playing right now in the NFL. He really should be playing.
Was he on the cover of Madden one year?
Yes, dude. I mean, this guy was flying high in the NFL at one point. I mean, he was owning the NFL. He was the premier guy. You know, he made it to a Super Bowl. What did they almost make it to 2 Super Bowls straight or something?
Well, what happened was the Giants beat them in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
But Alex Smith was a starter, even though that every once in a while they would bring him in, like to change things up. And then, you know, I believe if San Francisco won that game, they probably would have won Super Bowl also, because that game was fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
And then the very next year, I believe, 49ers went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah, so they had a shot at being in 2 Super Bowls straight.
Right.
And Kaepernick was a beast.
He was a starter
He was a fucking monster, the guy, that year.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just fucking... He was running through anything that you put it in front of him. He was running through it. He was throwing good. He was throwing touchdowns. He made all the receivers around him fucking better than they really were. And the guy was just really tearing ass. And it was with Harbaugh. You're right. It was with Harbaugh. It was, you know, it was a different type of feel. It was a different type of team. And they kicked fucking ass that year. They really did. And a couple of years, the 49ers were great.
Well, they had a sick ass. I mean, their defense was fucking crazy.
You know what? Let's get the score on this Steelers-Jaguars game, and we'll continue about the 49ers with the next game.
I forgot all about that.
You know, I'm going to pick the Jaguars win this game, even though the Steelers are probably favorite. I'm going to say the Jaguars win this game. A close score, maybe 14-10, somewhere in there. What about you?
Listen, you know, with Blake Bortles, you don't know who the fuck's going to show up every week. Is he going to be Blake Bortles, or is he going to be fucking Flake Jordals? You know what I mean? Is he going to be a fucking bum?
What's up, Flake Jordals? Nah, man, my name Blake. Blake Portholes. Nah, man, your name Fake Small Holes. So what's the score? What do you think? Give us a score.
I think the fucking Steelers are going to fucking wipe the floor with them.
Okay.
I think Le'Veon Bell's going to run all over the fucking place. I think fucking Antonio Brown is ready to fucking get the ball, and he's fucking angry.
It's been a while.
When he's like that, he's going to have a fucking sick game. I think the Steelers are going to win, I would say 30-17.
Wow. All right, so there you go, 30-17. Now, since we were talking about the 49ers, let's keep going with that. You got their game today at 1 o'clock, and it's the 49ers versus the Colts. Listen, both of these teams, their planes should go down, okay? Both of these teams are fucking horrible. The Colts, without luck, they are horrible. 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 That's when you know a team is built around one fucking guy. And the Colts are that team. They built a whole team around Manning for all the years that he was there, and they're doing it with luck now. And when Manning was out of that lineup, what did the Colts do? They went fucking 0-15 or something. Right? Didn't they go like, when he was out of the lineup that one year, they were like fucking 0-16 or something? It was fucking ridiculous.
They tanked the season that season.
All right, I get it, but I get they tanked the season. But regardless, even if you tank the shit out of a season, to end up with no wins is fucking astronomical.
I think 1-15, I believe.
All right, so there you go. Without Manning in that lineup, that team was a one-win team, okay? Whether they dogged it or not, they just were not good without Manning in the lineup. Here they go again, whoever's running the Colts, and I forgot that GM's name, but he obviously is building another team now around another quarterback. So when that quarterback's not in the lineup, the team sucks again. And here you go. You got the luckless Colts playing the 49ers.
The owner of that team is like controls all that shit, like tanking the team and doing this and I don't know if he's the GM too, but Jim Irsay, is that the guy you're thinking?
Irsay, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the bottom line is the Colts are fucking horrible, and so are the 49ers. But the Colts are even worse, I think. And I think the 49ers win a dismal game. If you don't really watch football and you put this game on for somebody who's watching football for the first time, they'll never watch football again. That's how this fucking game is going to be. It's going to be flags. It's going to be whistles blowing for the whole fucking time. It's just going to be an offsides, clutching, grabbing, safe, fucking all kinds of stupid penalties, and I guarantee it's just going to be a shit show. This game. But I picked the 49ers to beat the Colts. I don't know what the fucking score will be. Maybe it's going to be like a fucking 7-10, fucking something really small. Like, I don't see these guys really putting up big numbers. 10-3. 10-7, 49ers win this game. What about you, Filthy? What do you think?
Well, listen, this game go either way, but here's some anecdotal information. Today in Indianapolis, they're going to be unveiling a statue for Peyton Manning. So, for some reason, usually when there's games like that, when they're honoring somebody or whatever, that team usually pulls it out. Usually.
Yeah.
So, all just based on some nonsense like that, I think I'm going to go with the Colts. And the score is going to be, who gives a fuck to why waste my time even thinking about it.
Exactly. All right, so we'll move on. Get the fuck away from that scumbag of a game. You got the Panthers and the Lions today at 1 o'clock. And now, listen, everybody knows if you're a football fan or even just in general, the quarterback of the Panthers opened up his big, fat fucking mouth again and got himself in trouble. He made some fucking like sexist.
I know what it was.
It was like some sexist remarks.
Was it really, can I tell you something? Well, this is what happened. The chick was interviewing him, and she asked him about coverages. I think it was.
Yeah.
And he said, "Wow, it's I can't believe a girl is interested in coverages or a woman. I don't know but like, listen, he's an NFL player. He's not a fucking seasoned communicator." You know what I mean?
He's not. But he's a fucking grown-ass man. A grown-ass fucking man that basically,
It's minor. Listen, it's minor to me. If he said, if he instead said, "Oh shit, I didn't know bitches knew about motherfucking," like if he would have said some, over-the-top shit. But this is, you know what, man? I'm really tired of our society looking and just swirling around like vultures, waiting for somebody to make one little misstep, and they can swoop down and go, "Ha ha, we got you, fuck." You know what I mean? Like, I think Cam Newton should just be left alone with this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're just looking to create news. They're looking to create controversy and outrage just so they could sell newspapers and fucking sell commercials on the television. I you know what? When I read it, I was like, really? Is that? And then she said that he was really being nasty, but we don't have that on tape. But so who are you that I'm gonna take your word for it that he was being nasty? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't take you. Just why? Just because you're abroad? You know what I mean? So, and that's sexist what I just said, and I don't give a fuck. So yeah, so I'd say leave him alone, let him go. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, man. I'm pretty sure we got Cronin's call for the Patriot game, even though they played. But when's their next game? The Patriots, they get next week.
Yeah, I don't know who they're fucking playing. I didn't check that out. You know why? Because I don't give a flying fuck. That's why.
Sweet, my friend, because the Patriots.
All right, so we got a Joe Cronin one here.
What's up, Ken? I'm going to make this real short and sweet, my friend, because the Patriots don't even play this week, so I don't even give a shit. But the fact of the matter is, Pittsburgh Steelers are going over on the Jags. I think they're going to score 30-something points today on the Jags. And a surprise pick, I think, although they play them tough. I got to believe the Rams might upset or beat the Seahawks. I don't know if it's an upset, but the Rams, I think, are going to beat the Seahawks today, perhaps. Or at least it's going to be a very close game, but I'm going with the Rams. What do you jerk-offs think? I'll have more in my next voice message. You should just dictate your whole show based off of my voice messages. God out.
God almighty. Oh, man. I want to beat him so bad. No, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
That was a little message to someone out there. They know who they are. But anyway. So Cronin calls in, gives his couple of picks because the Patriots are off, not playing Sunday because they played the Thursday game and they barely hung on for fucking dear life. Last night, if you guys didn't catch the show, came on, did Insomniac. It was kind of an off night for me. Number one, my mom's been in and out of the hospital. She's still in there with a heart situation. And big shout out to everybody out there who sent me well wishes and said they were praying and just checking in on me. Man, it's overwhelming, the fucking support. And I know I've said it a million times. It has been overwhelming, the support from you people. It really has. And God bless you guys right back. Even if you don't believe in God or anything like that, whatever the case may be. But my thoughts are with you guys too. Like, thank you so much for being fucking unbelievable people. And last night was a good show. We had some problems in the beginning with the audio. What happened was, my wife has this vape thing that you put oils into, and it changes lights, and it's a really nice thing. A lot of people are getting it now. It's like really popular. So I put it by the computers when I do Insomniac, so the glow comes out of it, and I have the vape on me so I can breathe good and blah blah blah. And last night I put it into place, and the water shoots out of it and goes all over my mixing board. And started frying the fucking mixing board, because I'm listening on earphones while the water's seeping into the mixing board, and all I hear is and I'm like, oh no. So it was a rough start last night, but last night's episode was pretty funny. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Insomniac episode 23, I believe it was, and go check out all the other episodes. You go back and watch them if you want. If you're new to the channel, a new sub, welcome to the family, and I want to say a big shout out to all the new people who subscribed to the channel lately. Thank you so much. We got the new show Monday nights, Foul Play. Everybody's raving about it. It's kind of foul-mouthed serious. There's no comedy in it. It's kind of like a real deal, serious, real talk type of show. We take phone calls. People weigh in on all kinds of situations and things that really need to be spoken about and need to be brought to light. A lot of shit we'll be talking about on that program. So check that out if you haven't yet. That's Foul Play Monday nights at 8 o'clock on the Foul Mounts Network. And also our regular shows that I mentioned, Insomniac at 9 o'clock on Saturdays and Foul Mounts Live on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Check those out if you haven't seen them yet. But this is our NFL show, Fourth and Long. And we were on the which games did we do? What game did we just do? We did the
Well, I was going to say, since Cronin brought up the Rams-Seattle game.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. I just put that up on the screen. Rams in Seattle today at 4:05. This is a damn good matchup right here. Damn good matchup. I would watch this game. This is a fucking premier game for today, I think. Seahawks, they're a good team. Not as good as they used to be by any means. The Rams, I think, are an up-and-coming team. Would you agree with me, Filthy?
Yeah, they look fucking...
They put numbers up, and the fucked up thing is, it looks like it's the greatest show on turf again over there. They're putting up fucking numbers this year that almost rival what that Rams team was in the turn of the century. How good they were with fucking Warner, and they look revitalized. They look like they went to L.A. and they found this new fucking groove. And they look good, the Rams. I think the Rams are going to steamroll the Seahawks today. Even though this is a good matchup, I think the Seahawks match up good against the Rams. But I think the Rams' offense is just too much for the Seahawks. Their defense is beating up the Seahawks. The offense is not playing right. It's just not clicking over there. Many of the players look out of whack. They don't look like they're in the right frame of mind. I think the Rams just demolished the Seahawks today, and I think the Rams are going to put up like 35. And I think I can see the Seahawks maybe like 17, 35, 10, 35, 17, somewhere in there. What about you, Phil?
Listen, the Seattle Seahawks have a terrible offensive line, almost as terrible as the Giants, and they might be without their left tackle. And I'm not going to say his name because I can't even pronounce his fucking name. So, I think the Rams might be another team that has a little bit of magic. I mean, their fucking offense is clicking right now. They're fucking in sync. So, I think they're going to win, the Rams. It's a division game. They usually play tight. I think it might be a tight game. Something like, I don't know, like 23-20, something like that. But I think the Rams are going to win this game.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think the Rams are going to win.
Okay, so there you go. We both picked the Rams. And it's a good game. I mean, I know the Seahawks, like I said, are not like what they used to be. But it's still a good game to go check out. All right, let's move on to the next game. We got we'll go with the Raiders and the Ravens today at 4:05 as well.
Raiders.
Now the Raiders this year, if you're a Raiders fan, you got to be happy. You got a damn good team. You're definitely a playoff contender. You're definitely going to be in there for when the playoffs roll around. You're moving to a brand new fucking stadium in a brand new state, which let's hope they stay there for a while because this franchise just juggles back and forth. Let's stay there. Let's hope they stay there for a good 20, 25 years. The Las Vegas Raiders, what have you got to say about them? I mean, they're just fucking kicking ass. They lost that one game, which was questionable. A lot of people say they lost it on purpose. They were fucking around. I don't know about all that. I'm not getting into that. That's too much to discuss. But I think today, the Ravens get their ass kicked. And no matter how good that Ravens defense thinks they are, or, is, the Raiders are just going to be too much, man. They got the running game. They could throw the ball. They have a shit ton of plays to choose from. They've coached very well, the Raiders. It just seems like the Raiders are going to storm all over Ravens. I'm going to say the Raiders 28 to 28, 30 to 17, 10, 13. I'd say 28, 13. Raiders win. What about you?
Listen, the knee-jerk reaction is to say, the Raiders are in trouble because Derek Carr is hurt, and he's hurt for a while. But E.J. Manuel's not terrible.
He's not, and I think
that terrible.
I think that team is so good that you're going to be surprised. This kid's going to look almost just as good as what's his name, Hunt.
As Derek Hunt.
Yeah, I honestly do, and I honestly think that Hunt over there is more or less, he's good, but I think he's also a product of a good team in front of him. You know what I mean?
That could be very true.
Yeah.
And at Baltimore, the last 5 times they traveled out west, they lost all 5 fucking games.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, the Ravens they're not the real deal. I'm sorry. They don't impress me. And
on the defense with the Raiders, they're no fucking joke either, dude.
You're right.
He's a fucking animal.
That's why I'm thinking, they're good on both sides of the ball this year, the Raiders. I think last year they had a damn good offense, but they didn't have, that killer defense. And I was saying to people, because that's my second favorite team, really, is besides the Giants and the Jets, I love the Raiders. And I'd probably be a Raiders fan if it wasn't for living in New York. And I was saying this to somebody, if the Raiders got a scary defense and they put it with this offense that they molded together, and I know you got a veteran at running back. I know you got somebody who's been in the league for a while, but man, he looks fucking good as of late. He really does. You got to give the dude credit. How he's playing this year. A lot of people said he was old, he wouldn't be able to do it. He's still doing it.
Right.
I said, if this team gets a defense, man, watch the fuck out. And it looks like they might have this killer defense too, because on both sides of the ball, when you got both sides of the ball going, you're going to go places. And I think the Raiders are one of those teams. All right, so we'll get the Raiders out of the way. We're going to move on to the...
Oh, by the way, Raiders are going to win. Go fuck yourselves.
Oh, did you pick it? I thought you picked the score already.
No, I didn't pick the score yet.
So
Raiders are going to win 24-17, whatever.
Okay, there you go. All right, next game we're going to talk about is the Eagles and the Cardinals today at 1 o'clock. This is a snoozer, guys. This is a fucking snooze fest over here. Unless you have some fantasy shit going on in this game, you don't even pay attention to it.
It's funny, funny you mention that because my fantasy sleeper's in this game.
Well, there you go. Who is that?
My fantasy sleeper in this game is old man Larry Fitzgerald against the Eagles. In the 7 times he's played against them in his career, he's averaging 6 catches, 99 yards, and more than a touchdown per game. And the fucking Eagles secondary sucks. So, old man Larry Fitzgerald, put him in.
Old man Larry Fitzgerald, come and throw the ball to me, and I'll march right around your fat ass. So what's the game? What do you think the game's gonna end up?
I think the Eagles. I think the Eagles are gonna probably win. I just think Larry Fitzgerald's gonna have a good game. I think the Eagles will win. Well, again, it doesn't really. Let's say the Eagles are gonna win 27 to fucking 24.
Okay. All right. I think the Eagles are gonna lose this game. Cardinals are going to win, I think, by at least a touchdown or two.
Okay.
I think it'll be a 2-possession win for the Cardinals. Say, I'll throw something up there. I really can't see what score this will be because I don't know if it's going to be like a low-scoring thing or it could go either way. So I'll say Cardinals 21, Eagles like 7, 13, somewhere in there.
All right.
Okay, move right on along to Titans and the Miami Dolphins. And both of these teams came off a pretty good week last week, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think the Dolphins.
I don't know because I don't fucking pay attention to either one of these cocksuckers.
Yeah, I think the.
Did the Dolphins win last week?
I'm not sure if they won, but I think both of these teams might have lost, but like really played well. You know, one of those things where
right.
They played very fucking good, but I think they still lost last week. I'm not sure. I should have looked at it, but yeah, I don't know about that game. I don't know what to feel about that game. You know what I mean? Like the Dolphins and the Titans. All right. I mean, I'm not impressed with the Dolphins at all. The Titans, honestly, though, they do impress me a little bit. The Titans. They got a good young little team there. I think they're going to be heard of for a while, and I think eventually they'll be up there with like the big boys. So, I mean, I'm just going to go. I think this is a toss-up game, honestly. I'm just going to go with the Titans in this one. I think the Titans will win. I think it might be. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I'm gonna say 13-7, 13-10, 14-10, somewhere in there. The Titans pulling it out over the Dolphins.
Well, I don't know if Mariota's gonna play. I didn't see if it was up yet, but if he doesn't play, it's gonna be Matt Castle. So I think the Titans are gonna have to rely on their fucking run.
Yeah.
And if this was last year, they'd probably run all over the Dolphins. But this year, the Dolphins are improved on their fucking run defense. And I think it's going to be different. I hate picking Jay Cutler because Jay Cutler fucking sucks. I hate him as a fucking player. I hate him as a human being. He can fuck everybody. He could suck a fucking dick that has AIDS dripping from it. That's what I hope he does. But with that being said, I think the Dolphins will win this game. And I think this is like a fucking snoozer. I mean, whether Castle plays and Mariota plays, I think the Dolphins are going to win anyway. I think the Dolphins will win 17-14.
So you think the Dolphins are going to win 17-14?
Dolphins are going to win. Yeah, even with shithead fucking Cutler as their quarterback.
All right. I didn't give my sleeper pick yet, but I'm gonna give it to you guys right now. I think this week you could look for the Cleveland Browns running back to be really good. Cordwell.
Yeah.
Because he's playing the Jets, okay? Jets can't stop the run. If you want to plug somebody in this week that you got sitting on the bench that you really don't use and would put up pretty good numbers, and you know, a lot of times you got that guy sitting on your bench, puts up big numbers, and you don't have him started because obviously you're not going to start him over some of your better guys. But if you're in a week where you don't have your full roster going, you got some bye weeks here and you got some guys out, put Caldwell in. I'm telling you right now, he's going to run on the Jets. He's going to get some yardage on the Jets. He's going to rack up some points this week in fantasy. So if you want a sleeper, definitely look at Cordwell for this week. So that's my sleeper pick for this week. We'll see how they do after today's games. All right, so on to the next game. We got, did we do the Panthers game? Yeah, we did, right?
Well, we started, I don't know if we did. I don't know if we picked it because we started talking about it.
All right, so let's pick this game. You got it today at 1 o'clock, Panthers and Lions. We talked about the controversial shit that's going on with the quarterback right now. A lot of eyes on them. This is a good matchup. This is a good game right here. The Lions versus the Panthers. Two awesome fucking, franchises. I love both of these franchises. I think they're both fucking stand-up franchises. They got good players. They always are in the mix. This year, Panthers, they're looked at to take that next step to be that premier fucking team. And honestly, a lot of people were looking to the Panthers to carry the torch from the Patriots, thinking that like once the Patriots are done and they don't have the power anymore, that the shift would go to the Panthers and they would be like, you know, that team, which could still happen. But I don't think so, man. I mean, I just, this quarterback, he just has a way of fucking putting his foot in his mouth. And I think he'll continue to do that throughout his career. I love him. I think he's an awesome quarterback. I mean, the minute he came into this league, he was drafted as a rookie in my fantasy league. And the guy's rookie season had good numbers. His second season had great numbers. He's a good fucking quarterback. He really is. If he would just shut his fucking mouth, he'd be even that much better. You know, like all the shit that was said after the Super Bowl that one year, too. You know, it's like, just shut your fucking mouth. You know, people would love this guy even more. But, I mean, you know, some people have their heads up their asses, and he's one of those guys. But I do see the Panthers winning this game today. And I think they'll win. I think they'll win by at least a touchdown or two possessions. I'm going to say 21-13.
All right.
The Panthers. What about you, Mike? Yeah.
Well, you know, I think this game is evenly matched. I think it's going to come down to the quarterback. I don't know how Cam Newton is going to respond to, you know, this controversy that's been going on or what he said. The Lions at home, and I think just based on them being home, I might lean towards the Lions. I say the Lions win the game, like 24-21.
All right, there you go. That's pretty close to what I was saying. All right. So we'll move on from those games. That's done, and we're gonna move on to this. We'll move on. You know which one we'll do? We're gonna do one of his favorites. We'll talk about the one and only Dallas Cowboys, folks. They are playing the Green Bay Packers. And you know when those two teams get together, it's almost always a good fucking game. Basically, rivals. Cowboys and Packers. If you want to watch a game. I mean, I know, you know, the Cowboys aren't exactly great this year, but you want to see a good NFL game, you go watch this game right here. This is definitely going to be a premier game of today. Packers and Cowboys. I think the Packers run away with this. I really do. I feel like Cowboys are going to stick in there early with them, and I think that it's just going to be too much. And I think that secondary for the for the Cowboys is suspect in the sense that if you really sit there and you pick your holes, you'll rip right through that secondary. And I think if there's one guy that could do that, it's obviously, you know, the Packers quarterback. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to pick it apart and just drop it in where he has to. And if you, like I said, if you sit there and you if they give him enough time in the pocket, which they normally do block for him, I think he'll just dissect the shit out of this defense. Like I said, I think the Cowboys will hang in there, but I think the Packers will eventually just run away with it. And I think it'll be something like... I see them putting up big numbers on this defense, the Cowboys defense. So I'm going to say Packers 31 and the Cowboys 21. Packers 31, Cowboys 17, somewhere in there. What about you, Phil?
Listen, Aaron Rodgers wipes his asshole with a Rod Marinelli coach defense, and that's what he's got this week.
Yep.
He wipes his fucking asshole with it, including the playoffs. Rodgers has thrown 29 touchdown passes with just 8 interceptions in 15 games against a fucking Rod Marinelli defense. Now, most importantly, he's 13-2 in those games, Rodgers, going back to 2008.
Out of here, dude.
The Packers are going to fudge pack the Cowboys because the Cowboys love that. They love to get fucked in their assholes. Them and their fucking fans. The Packers are going to fuck the Cowboys in their assholes today. I think they're going to get spanked. I say like something to the tune of like 34-14. So go fuck yourselves.
The Packers gonna get smashed out. The Packers gonna smash them Cowboys in the mouth. Yeah, folks. That's right. I said the Packers gonna get on those Cowboys. Gonna get on those Cowboys tonight.
Oh fuck yeah, the Cowboys, they suck cock, they're not America's team. Oh, because the Packers, they rock, they really rock cock, at night in the locker room, they suck their own.
No, I'm gonna stop now, sorry guys.
See, your singing got people start talking about fucking Tommy's corpse in the chat. So.
Shout out to Tommy's Corpse and the JCS motherfucking army out there and the Foul-Mouth Nation. It's a special dedication to the Foul-Mouth Nation. All right, so yeah, we both agree Packers run away with it. Let's get on to the Chiefs and the Texans. Today at 8:30 tonight. That's the primetime game. Chiefs, Texans. Chiefs are good. Texans are good too. Don't you agree?
I mean, you can't disagree. I mean, they're both looking good, but actually, this is one of my picks.
Okay.
I'm picking the fucking Chiefs win because they're 8-1 against QBs in their first season under Andy Reid, and I think it's gonna fucking not change. I think Texans D is not gonna be able to handle the speed that the fucking Kansas City offense possesses. I'm going with the Chiefs winning 27-20 in fucking the Texans' house. Okay, young Republican, your fucking team's gonna going down today. So go fuck yourself.
I'd say the Chiefs take out the Texans as well. I think the Texans will hang in there with them. I think it'll be a nice tight fought game through the first 2 or 3 quarters. But then I think the Chiefs run away with it. I'm going to have to say Chiefs 27, Texans 17.
All right.
We'll get that last game out of the way, folks. The last game is tomorrow, the Monday night game. Is there only one Monday night game?
I believe so.
Really? I thought there was normally 2 now they do.
Well, no, but that's like usually in the beginning of the season they do shit like that.
All right. Well, anyway, we got the Vikings and the Bears tomorrow night. What do you think of this game?
It's my third pick is this game. All right, listen. You got fucking QB Mitchell Trubisky, who's going to be the quarterback for the fucking Bears. I think this is what you do when it's the first game of a quarterback. You throw the house at him, and I think the fucking Vikings aren't going to throw the house at him. Now, it's in the Bears' favor that there's no tape on this guy, so the Vikings have nothing really to go on. But the Bears don't have many threats at wide receiver. I think the Vikings are going to concentrate on stopping the run, and I think the Vikings, and Real Talk's going to hate this, but I think the Vikings are going to win this game, 24-20. Go with the Vikes.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I really do. I kind of think the same way with that game.
You can hear that Real Talk. You'll be hearing that fucking horn. Wait, no, where are they playing? Oh, they're at the Bears. You're not going to hear that fucking horn blowing. So you're lucky.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I think the Bears are just, they're not. They're more or less a team that's going to be good in a couple of years. Maybe 2 or 3 years they'll be really good, but it's just too much of a rebuilding stage over there. And you know what? They got off on the right foot by getting rid of Cutler. I'll tell you that. To have that guy out of your franchise is a big help.
Yes.
So I just don't think and the Vikings aren't exactly a great team either. So this kind of is a toss up for me. It's a toss salad as far as I'm concerned. You really can't pick a winner in this. I'm just gonna go and say the Vikings just because the Bears might be just that bad. But so are the Vikings. They might be just that bad too. So, but yeah, I'll pick the Vikings in this, and I'll say the Vikings win like 17-10, 17-7, somewhere in there. All right, so that was the last game today. I guess we'll open up the phone lines. We'll take a couple of phone calls, guys. We got a little bit less than an hour here, 50 minutes till the games start. We'll take your phone calls, a couple of phone calls here, and you guys could give us some predictions, say what you want to say, take a couple of rapid phone calls, and then we'll bounce for the afternoon. We'll go watch those games, and we'll see what happens. So the phone lines are officially open on 4th and Long. So if you guys want to call in and get on and tell us what you feel about these games today or anything in particular, call in right now, and I'll put you on. Here we go. First call. Let me see. Hey, what's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
Hey, what's up, man? Good afternoon to everyone in here.
What's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey, first things first, man. I'm just hoping that everything's better for you, Ken. You know, I hope your family's doing better. And faith, man. Life isn't easy. I hope everything's getting better.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And second of all, I'll be honest, really watch football, so I just wanted to call and wish you best of luck. I hope you're doing better. And my third message is, hey, Filthy,
Yo.
go suck a dick, you filthy cunt.
Yo, hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I'm gonna tell my mother you said that. Are you a Canadian cunt?
No, I'm cunt Canadian.
Oh, you see, I can hear that fucking Frenchman fuckface fucking accent. I can hear it.
Hey,
Fucking shit.
why are you using so many F words, man? Just
That's
relax.
my MO. I've been like ever since I just came spilling out of my fucking mother's cunt. I've been using that word like a comma. So get a grip.
Christ.
Well, get a grip. How about you get a grip of this dick?
I'll get a grip of that dick. I'll pump it into my face.
Sick bastard.
Nah, but this is Stand By Daryl. You know,
Oh, okay, man. What's up?
messing with you guys. I always
Yeah.
call JB. I'm always prank
Oh,
calling that guy.
Oh, JD, really?
No, JB. Fuck JD, man.
All right, yo. Thanks for calling, man, and the kind words, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro.
No, you know, I'm serious about that. Bro.
Yeah. No, I know you are. I could hear how
stay
you said
strong,
it, man.
man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Big time, dude.
Take care, man.
All
I'll
right.
keep listening to you guys.
Thank
No
you,
doubt.
brother. Thank
bro.
you, man. Peace out,
Have a
Daryl.
good one.
Thank you. That was a good
Take
phone
care.
call. Peace out to Daryl. The other let me put this person on now. Let's see what they got to say. 713, what's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
Yeah, I don't want football, but I just
What
want
the
college
fuck,
football.
dude? Come on, man.
man.
What?
Yeah, I don't want football, but I want college show because Billy my game a motherfucker.
What the fuck, man? Oh, my God. Hey, 502, what's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
Yo, what's up, my G?
What's up, man? Who's this?
This is Real Talk, bro.
Real Talk in the house.
What's up, Foul Mouth?
What's up, Real
Yo,
Talk?
check this out, bro. So I was listening to what you guys were saying about the Bears, and I gotta be honest, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, I don't like. Minnesota has a really good defense, and you know, you're just putting Trubinsky out there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should have waited till we played a lesser defense. I mean, he's a rookie. I know what you're thinking. You know, you see Deshaun Watson and all the other rookies are doing pretty good. So I feel like the Bears were like forced. Like, we got to do it too.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
you're gonna throw him out there against that Vikings defense, man. And I mean, like you said, they don't have any tape on him, but I just think that's tough for it. That's real tough, man. That's a good defense, man.
You're right. They're putting him in a spot right there, putting him out there doing,
Yeah.
you know. I think
I mean, we don't have any fucking receivers, man. I mean, what do you want? I mean, what do you want? Like,
No, you're
man,
fucking
one thing
right,
he's got
man.
is-
It's
yeah,
like
one
they're
thing
setting him
he's
up.
He's a mobile quarterback, but I don't know.
It's like they're setting him up to fail, kind of, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They're setting. I just hope that he doesn't get injured. Because that's, I mean, like I said, I mean, if we were going against the Niners or something, okay, I could buy that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We're going against a good defense, man. And this kid, I mean, he's mobile. That's one thing he's got on his side, but you're just gonna throw him out there to the wolves, man. And
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you make a very good fucking point about that because it is kind of like trial by fire. They're just throwing him the fuck out there. You know, like you're right. If it was against something like the Cleveland Browns or the 49ers or you know, something like that, I could see them doing that and like, you know, but right now, man, sometimes you got to be you got to handle these guys with kid gloves sometimes, because if you bring them in and they break their psyche, and sometimes these quarterbacks never get back that groove. They never get that feeling back. You know, and you definitely don't want that to happen to this guy, you know?
But what if he answers the fucking call?
Now, if he answers the call, I mean, listen, you do have that possibility.
Great.
And if this guy does take the fucking ball and runs with it and goes with it, then, hey, you know what? The Bears got themselves a future. And I think today you're going to see it, you know?
I've been hearing that a lot, though. I've been hearing that a lot from, like, my boys in Chicago. But here's the thing, like, they're all like, look at Deshaun Watson. You know, that guy played in 2 national championships. Yeah, that's the difference. Like, I can see him coming out there and doing pretty good for Houston. He played in 2 national championships. He knows what a big game is about.
Yeah.
Trubisky played 13 fucking games in college. Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
That sounds like Mark Sanchez. I think he played the same amount of games in college.
Yeah, exactly. And you see what happened. I mean, even Sanchez had a couple good years. I mean,
right.
You saw what happened to him, man. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then, you know, the Bears. The thing with the Bears is they're like a lot of these friends. We're the Bears franchise. We like to follow. We're not leaders.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to follow the trend and what everybody else is doing. Oh, they threw their rookie out there. Let's do that. That's the problem with the Bears and shit like that, man. I don't know. They really pissed me off, man. I just gotta be honest. I am a disgruntled Bear fan.
Who do you hate most in your division, team-wise? What's like your biggest rival? Is it
I hate the Packers to a T, man. I can't stand the Green Bay Packers.
I could definitely see why people hate the Packers. You know, like
I can't stand. Well, you know, the Bears, we hate each other anyway. But I gotta be honest. I respect Aaron Rodgers. He's a damn good quarterback. But I fucking hate that.
Who would you
Every
say?
time I see that.
Real, who would you say is the biggest rival with the Bears? Like, what's their number one rival?
Oh, the Packers.
It is, right?
The Packers.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, because they was kicked our ass.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Cowboys?
They're all right. I'm rooting for them today against the Packers. Honestly, I think the Cowboys gonna beat them.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right. You could be right. I mean, like I said, that's.
Well, I just think that the Packers' defense, their defense is not as good as the defenses that the Cowboys have played. They're not the Broncos. They're not the Giants, even though the Giants suck this year. But your defense doesn't.
Yeah.
No, they're fuck that. Man, I was so wrong. I lost a lot of money on them, man. Fuck them. Fuck the Giants this year, man.
Yeah.
I really thought this was their division.
A lot of people were wrong about them, bro. You know, they thought, you know, it's unfortunate.
That offense,
you know?
man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I feel bad for Brandon Marshall. I really do.
Yeah, so do I, because it seemed like
he's dropping passes left and right. Fuck him.
Well, I feel bad for him because he went from
I don't know what happened.
the motherfucker went from the Jets and thought, oh man, I'm gonna be on a legit team now, and he fuck goes over there and now the Jets are better than the fucking Giants. It's like, oh, fuck, dude, this shit's
cursed, bro.
I think it's following him at this point, man. This
that
fucking
Bears
guy.
curse, bro.
Yeah,
because he played for the fucking Bears. We brought it right over to the Giants, man.
Well, didn't something happen with him when he was in Denver? Wasn't there like a fucking shooting or some shit?
I don't know.
I think so. You know what? Or was that when he was in Miami? It was one of the. You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, something happened. I think it was Denver. Something happened where somebody got killed. I mean, he had nothing to do with it, but like he was there when it happened. He may have some sort of hex on him, bro. He may.
I mean, you guys understand. This is a guy who was rooting for Jay Cutler, bro. So I knew something was off with him. Like, you know what I mean?
I fucking hate Jay Cutler. I really do.
I can't stand that dude.
And he's never been in my division, so it really shouldn't matter. But I just hate his fucking face. I just do.
Let me tell you something. I watched Jay Cutler for 7 tragic years, dude. I can't stand guys who don't want to win. He doesn't give a fuck about winning. He never did. That's why I hate Jay Cutler, bro. I can't stand
Cutler's
him. That's why I won't root for the Dolphins.
He's just into it for the money and the fame.
Money, bro.
You know, he don't care if he gets.
Money, bro.
I mean, I'm sure he wants a Super Bowl, but it's probably just not like a main thing for him. You know what I mean?
I hope he never gets one, bro. I don't like hating on people.
But I don't think you'll ever see him get one because the only teams he's going to from now on are these teams who like need a quick fix. You know, if he's
the Miami
lucky.
desperate Dolphins.
I don't know how that dude's got a job, but Colin Kaepernick doesn't have one. It's just shocking to me, but. And anyway,
I've been listening to this show, and you've called him everything but his real name.
I know. I just said it right just now, though.
He got it right.
I just said it right this now, man. Colin. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I always botch his name up. Whatever. He's Caberdix. Whatever.
Hey, fuck him. I don't care.
Kyle Caberdix. It's his fucking arch brother. Whatever. But real, thanks for calling in, brother, and giving us a little bit of.
Good talking. Good
Yeah.
talking to both you guys, man. Have a good football day.
Yeah, you too, brother. Enjoy the games, man. Be safe. Talk to you soon. That's the
All right, peace out, guys.
the one and only, the great Mr. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Go check him out. You can see him on over on. I think he's working with Dead on Dave and shit. So go check him out over there. Go look for Real Talk here on YouTube, and his music. Go check out his music on all kinds of areas where you can get his music. Who's this now? 210.
What's up, Ken? It's ATTR.
Hey, what's up, man? How you been, man?
I'm doing good. I'm hoping the Seahawks could win today because the Seahawks are not the same as they were back then with the legion of their defense.
Yeah.
They're not the same. You know, their offense. They don't even have a good running game right now.
No, you're right. I think they're kind of. Yeah, the running game is not really that good, man, either. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, the offensive line is bad. The running game, which
Right.
leads to the running game not being fucking too good. But I think there's a lot of problems going on there, more than just that's on the surface, too. You know what I mean? I think,
Right.
I think that I don't know. I just think that there's something going on that we don't know about with behind the scenes type of thing,
Right.
over there.
Well, cause I got them coming out of the NFC, and I want the Patriots to meet the rematch from a couple years ago. If the Seahawks could have run the ball, I think they should have won that Super Bowl against the Patriots. And by the way, from the Patriots, if it weren't for that fumble back in, I don't know what, 2001 or something, the Patriots would have not won. Would have won that Super Bowl that year if it weren't for that fumble. If you don't remember that.
Yeah, I
If you don't
do.
remember
Yep, I do.
because it's like, man, Seahawks could have run the ball, but yet they threw it. So somebody had to win another one again.
Yeah, that was.
I hate the Patriots.
Yeah.
And that
Sorry,
was in
Joe,
our
but
house
I hate the
in
Patriots.
MetLife.
Yeah, that was at. Yeah, you're right. That was in New York, the only New York
just
Super
hate the-
Bowl.
I hate the Patriots after that they won the Seahawks. Like, fuck the Patriots.
Yeah, that was a
Sorry, Joe.
tough loss, man. That was a tough one right there. Definitely a tough loss in the Super Bowl. Kind of like what happened to Atlanta this year, man. Another tough loss,
Yep.
But yeah, all right, man. ADTR, thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem, Joe. I'm sorry, Ken. Sorry. Yeah.
And we'll talk to you soon, brother. Thanks, man.
All right. And filthy, go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Go
I
fuck
knew
yourself.
it was coming. I knew it.
No problem.
Later,
take care.
dude. Take care, ADTR, man. We'll take one more phone call and we'll call it a night. The games are going to be coming on within the next half hour. 516, what's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
How's it going there, Ken? This is John Madden.
Who is this?
It's John Madden, football.
This is John Madden? Holy shit. We got John Madden calling in, guys. John Madden in the house.
And he's apparently
Come on.
county.
John, are you having a stroke, John?
Network. How you guys doing this afternoon, boys?
We're doing pretty good, man. How are you? How you been?
I'm laying on my hospital bed eating some fried chicken and watching Foul Network.
Well, John, thank you so much for calling in, man. I appreciate it, man. We haven't heard from you in a long time.
You know what I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Talk about the Green Bay Packers. You know who they need again?
Who?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre?
You need Brett Favre, right?
Yeah, Brett Favre, he's, I mean...
I'm telling you, the Dallas Cowboys have more of a chance if you put two Brett Favres on the field and let them play each other.
Brett Favre is the answer for everything, huh? I come to figure out.
Brett Favre's the answer to North Korea. Brett Favre's the answer to Trump.
Trump's like,
What are we going to do about this North Korea? Let's bring in Brett Favre. It's huge.
What are we going to do about North Korea? Boom, Brett Favre.
boof! Bring Brett Favre in and bring him from Aces, your place for your hardware.
He's a place with a help for hardware.
Boom! This guy walked up to me and he punched me in the head. He went boom, just out of nowhere, and then I fucking sued him.
Do you remember playing Madden football on the day? It'd be like 4th and 45, and
Yeah.
come back and be like, better kick it here.
Yes, I fucking remember that. Yes, I do. And he'd be like, I can't believe he's not kicking it. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't ever question what I'm doing in this game. Who the fuck are you? And then you used to have Summerall come in and be like,
Yeah, don't know why he's not kicking it.
like,
Shut the fuck up, Summerall, you little piece of shit.
you know?
25.
To the 25.
Flag on the play.
Down to the 20. To the 25. Flag on the Giants.
Shut the fuck up.
And if one guy makes a tackle, that means he's down. That means the play's over.
Yeah, could you imagine hearing Brett Favre, like, explain football to somebody who's never seen it before? Like, he'd be like,
And then at that point, when it says, 4th down, you'd have to get the ball over a certain amount of yardage to get that back down to 1st and 10. You better...
First and 10. You use a thing called a pigskin.
I love when he goes and he does stuff like and when he stutters on his words he be saying stuff like and maybe sometimes why, you know what I mean? Boom.
Yo, you know what I forgot? Somebody mentioned in the chat.
what?
I forgot that Brett Favre sent a picture of his dick to a chick.
Yes.
You know, Brett Favre is the type of guy that if he sends a dick pic, it's a good thing to whoever receives it.
That was stupid. Sorry.
Did you see the picture of his dick? I didn't even see the picture.
Yes,
of
it
his
looks.
dick.
His dick was wearing a fucking helmet. He was wearing a Green Bay Packers helmet.
Did he have a decent sized dick, or was it a small dick?
It was a small dick.
Brett Favre's dick, if you can get all of the stone elements from the Marvel Universe, you can put them on Brett Favre's dick, Brett Favre would probably rule the galaxy.
I heard that Brett Favre's dick is starring in the next Marvel movie, and
Dude, I remember the fucking chick he sent a dick pic to was smoking.
She was some reporter, right?
Oh, she was.
He's like, you're getting a Favre pick. You're getting a fucking Brett pick right now. Check out this small white cock. Yeah. I don't know.
Brett.
Hey, Brett, would you mind sending me one of them pics too? You know, just for simply just memorabilia. I won't look at it or.
Just for educational purposes.
Yes, I mean, I won't even pound one out to it or anything. Sniffing glue.
Oh, the chick's name is Jen Sturger, Sterger. Look her on.
Jen Sturger is the type of girl that's a piece of shit. She wants to talk shit about God, other known as Brett Favre, a.k.a. Brett Favre.
Is her last name about Sturgis Road Wild?
Remember Sturgis? Hey guys, we're at Sturgis. Is a crazy weekend here in this pay-per-view, and we got Hulk Hogan's gonna come out in the NWO, and they're all gonna rev their bikes.
If one guy makes a pinfall on another guy, basically one's winner, one's loser, and boom, everyone goes happy.
Let me ask you this: if one guy kisses another guy, does that mean he's gay?
Well, nowadays you could be 72 different things. You could be homo, you could be bi, you could be trans.
I don't want to be labeled as a man or a woman. I want to kind of be somewhere in between.
Well, I want to be in between Brett Favre's legs.
I want to be inside Brett Favre. Brett Favre. If I could be inside you, Brett Favre.
All right, we're going to
remix. This is a Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
Yeah.
And Lucky, fuck off, cunt.
Peace out, brother. Thanks for calling in, dude.
See you guys.
All right, later.
Chico out.
Chico, you're the fucking
Later,
man.
Chico.
He does some good voices, Chico, man. I got to give it to him. All right, anyway, guys. Hey, listen. That's it for this episode, week 5 of the NFL. I hope you had fun today hanging out with us. Enjoy the games. Starts in about a little bit under than a half hour right now. We get all these games kicked off. I hope your team wins today. I hope you guys have a great day today. Filthy, we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. The next time you'll hear us is tomorrow night for the great Foul Play here on the Foul Mouths Network. And we'll also be back tonight on the Patreon, guys. If you're a Patreon sub to us, check it out. You're going to see some new stuff on there tonight. Guarantee it tonight. Look on the Patreon, I think after 9 o'clock, and it should be up there. So check that out. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said, for Foul Play. And then we'll be back Wednesday for Foul Mouths Live. And then next Saturday, don't know if I'm going to be doing a show. I'm not sure. If I don't do a show, I'm going to be out. I'm going to be in another state, actually. If I don't do Insomniac, then we will come and live stream off the phone to let you guys know what's going on. I'll show you where I am, and maybe I'll start having sex with some statues for you guys.
There you go.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for like everything I said. All the kind words about my mother and everything, man. It's been overwhelming. I don't want to really get too much into it on the football show, but thank you so much to everybody out there. Shell everybody for the donations today, for the donations last night. If you have not checked out our episode last night, go check it out. I got rid of the whole beginning that was on there. There's 10 minutes of me trying to fix the fucking sound. So I got rid of that first 10 minutes, and now you'll hear just the straight show from where it picks up. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. Insomniac, episode 23. Also, go check out Corrupted Podcast on Joe Cronin's Patreon. Go over there, show him some love. Go sub to him if you haven't already. I'm sure all you guys have who are listening to this. Go show some love to Mr. JB. Justin, he's doing fucking funny shit over there on his network. Go check him out, show him some love, and hit him with a sub. Great shit he's doing. Tommy, NC 2010, shout out to him. The Balloon Man himself. Shout out to Mr. Billy fucking Ricky. Shout out to Salrex. One of the best. He makes all of our art here at the Foul Mouths Network and so many other networks. Big, fat ass shout out to that man. He's an awesome artist, awesome guy. If you want work done for your channel, go to him, but step to him correct. Because he don't like fucking around. He don't like having people come on there and be like, hey man, make this for me. And then, I'm not even going to talk about money with you. I mean, at least offer the guy something, you know what I mean? He doesn't do it for fucking free. But hit him up if you want anything. Salrex is a great guy. Go check him out. Mr. Killing It, too. Go check out Killing It. He's on here, too. He's one of Billy Ricky's guys. Go check him out. And everybody else, if I haven't shouted you out, I apologize. But you guys have all been great. Thank you so much. Filthy, you got anything to say before we bounce?
Yeah, listen, I wanted to thank everybody on Twitter for the birthday wishes. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I think it's also very nice when people call in and tell me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, that has turned into something really, definitely.
Yeah, it's very nice. It tugs at my heartstrings when somebody tells me to suck their dick.
Yes,
so
it does.
Thanks a lot, guys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Yeah, man. Keep it coming, guys. You have made this network fucking awesome. It's not us. It's not us who have made this network awesome. It's you guys, you people out there that give us a shot to bring the NFL show, to do a show like Foul Play, to do the shows that we do. We're being censored now here on YouTube. So if some of our videos might not come up for you, we're going to be starting to upload videos onto VidMe. So if you missed a video on here and it won't play for you, we'll be over at VidMe as well pretty soon, and on iTunes very soon. Yeah, I just want to leave with, saying it one more time, man. Thank you guys so much for everything, for the birthday wishes to Filthy and the wishes to my mother and everything. And it really, really is appreciated, guys. God bless you guys. Enjoy the football today and have a great day if you're out there anyway. Wherever you are in this world, have a great fucking day and enjoy the day. And we'll see you guys tonight on Patreon and tomorrow for Foul fucking Play. Peace out, guys.